It's time to bring you sports here on News Prime. We begin with some boxing story. In the Kabik, big fight night comes off at the Bukom Boxing Arena this Saturday in Ghana's Patrick Alute defends his WBO Africa Super Welterweight title against Uganda's Badru Lusumbaya. And the man, nicknamed Mr. Crush, is confident he will beat the Ghanaian boxer and take the title to Uganda.
I'm ready to win the fight tomorrow, the venue. You win the Patrick Alute. I want a belt and a liquid and the wife Alute. You take to Uganda. I'm trained enough in this fight. If you take this belt, we have another chance. You get the world title. I beat him. Maybe 12 rounds, maybe 7 rounds. Any round, you beat him. No problem. I'm ready to training.
Is that going to be a knockout?
Knockout for me? No. I'm ready to win anyone.
What do you have for the fans, the boxing fans who will be coming to the arena?
I tell you, the Ugandan man, you stand there to Ghana to come to watch the fight. I'm ready, I'm trained enough. I want to take it, the belt to Uganda. All of us are waiting for this tournament. This is the moment we are waiting for.
And I tell you what, Patrick Alute had better not lose this fight because the man is brimming with a lot of confidence. Let's turn our attention now to football. And FIFA has banned the African official Kalusha Bwala for 2 years over a payment from disgraced former Asian soccer leader Mohammed bin Haman. An investigation found bin Haman paid Bwala $50,000 in 2009 and another 30,000 in 2011 as the Qataris sought to challenge then FIFA President Sepp Blatter for the FIFA presidency. My colleague Selwyn Saki has more in the following report.
Adjudicatory Chamber of Independent Ethics Committee has banned Kalusha Bwala, member of the Executive Committee of the Confederation of African Football, for 2 years from all football-related activities, administrative, sports, or any other at both national and international level. The investigation against Mr. Bwala was opened on 28 February 2017 and focused principally on benefits that Mr. Bwala had received from Mr. bin Haman. The adjudicatory chamber found Mr. Bwala guilty of having violated at 16 confidentiality and at 20 offering and accepting gifts and other benefits of the FIFA Code of Ethics. A fine in the amount of 100,000 Swiss francs was also imposed on Mr. Bwala. The decision was notified to Mr. Bwala today and the ban comes into force immediately.
And yesterday we saw Jordan Ayew securing a deadline day transfer from Swansea to Crystal Palace. He'll be playing under manager Roy Hodgson. Now Hodgson has signed a 1-year extension to his existing contract, which sees him tied to the club until 2020.
Very pleased about it. Of course, it's something which we've discussed for a long period of time, but like all of these situations, to agree something and then actually get all the paperwork in order as it should be takes a bit of time, but in actual fact it's been pretty much agreed right from almost the very end of last season that the club would like me to stay, and I of course would like to stay, so it was a pretty easy negotiation.
The fans have just called it on social media the signing of the summer. Does that make you feel special? I know you've been around a bit. Does that make you feel special?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fans here have been quite incredible. They are a bunch of fans I think are very well respected throughout the country for the support that they give their team, and certainly the love and support I've felt from the fan base has been quite incredible, and I think that might be a slight exaggeration, but I'm very, very flattered by it.
Well, Hodgson also admitted that the club did everything they could to try and sign Ruben Loftus-Cheek. The England international spent last season on loan at Selhurst Park.
Steve Parish knows how much we would have liked to have got Ruben Loftus-Cheek here again, but I must say that it doesn't particularly surprise me that at the moment Chelsea are saying that they'd rather keep him for themselves and they're not prepared to loan him out. And we did, I suppose, all we can do, i.e. to say, look, if he is going to play for you and if you are thinking of loaning him out again, could you loan him back to us?
So the transfer window closed yesterday at 4 p.m. in England, and for Chelsea, Eden Hazard is still with the club. Manager Mauricio Sarri says the player is happy to stay at Stamford Bridge.
Hazard is with us. I think definitively it's not a problem. I have spoken with him 3-4 times for everything, and he never said something about the market. So I think that he is very happy to stay here.
With the window still open in Europe, how concerned are you that a big club can still come in for Eden Hazard, for Willian, for your key players?
But I think it's impossible. It's impossible because here the market is closed, so we cannot change a so important player now. So I think it's impossible.
In your conversations with Eden, have you discussed his contract? He has had an offer on the table for a very long time. He still hasn't signed a new contract.
So the window has closed in England, but of course, elsewhere across Europe, it is still very much open. Remains to be seen if 1 or 2 players will not be moving out of England to join the other major European leagues. Let's get updates from the 2018 Rogers Cup. And South Africa's Kelvin Anderson defeated Ilya Ivashka in the 3rd round.
After a superb run that saw him reach the Wimbledon final last month, South Africa's Kevin Anderson had plenty of reason to be confident in his game against the 143rd ranked Ilya Ivashka in the 3rd round of the Rogers Cup on Thursday. To his credit, Ivashka, who had not won a Masters 1000 match prior to this event, coped reasonably well. But with Anderson in typically brutal serving form, the Belarusian was unable to create significant opportunities on his opponent's serve. Anderson won 86% of his first serve points and fired down 15 aces, including 1 on match point, to take the match 7-5, 6-3. The result gives Anderson his 3rd successive quarterfinal appearance in the tournament, and he'll face Grigor Dimitrov for place in the semi-finals.
Taking a look at some of the selected results from the Rogers Cup, Alexander Zverev, Kevin Anderson, Grigor Dimitrov.
Quick update from the Premier League game going on at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Leicester City United, up by 2 goals to nil. Paul Pogba from the penalty spot in the first half, giving United the lead, and of course that consolidated by Luke Shaw. My name is Hans Mensando. That's your sports.